What's up, everybody? You're back with Digging in the Trenches with your man JPS Scout. What's up, you guys? Peace. Today we're gonna talk about and do a little post game show, or talk discussion. Try to make it as quick as we can. Going into the battles and the locks for this week's game. Obviously, training camp was heated. And those practices were pretty good versus the Falcons. You've seen Eric Rowe doing some business, and a lot of our guys are handling business like Agba. Guys, Waddle had pretty good practices. But the battles are obviously, let's start on the offensive side first. Mostly on the left side of the line, I would consider being battled up. Austin Jackson just needs to show and improve, obviously. That's why they brought in Littles, probably to put a fire up underneath his butt. And then Kindly, Nito, and Liam Eichenberg. So on that left side, it's basically like Jackson, Kindly, Little, Nito, and Liam Eichenberg behind Neto, I guess. Or you could switch those two and put Liam ahead of Neto. But then down the other side of the line, on the right-hand side of the line, Jesse Davis is a lock. That's your lock right tackle, I would imagine, right there. After that, I would go to someone like he's been in a heated battle. Would be Jermaine Illuminar is in a battle with Liam Eichenberg. Obviously, Eichenberg's been hurt, so I'm sporting my Eichenberg jersey too. So this dude needs to step up. This dude needs to step up. You got to step up. You got to get your reps in, and you need to go out there and show on those reps and don't mess up. The communication is going to be key. After you get to the offensive side, or the offensive line, then let's go to the running backs. I would think that Gaskin, Ahmed, and Brown are the locks right there. So the battle is Scarlett, Dokes, Laird. Then let's go to the slot. The slot battle's heated, man. Honestly, it really is. Somebody like Waddle, Wilson, Kaseki, Fuller. Those are locks. Probably Devontae Parker as well. And Matt Collins. So that would leave Jakeem Grant, Isaiah Ford, and Malcolm Perry battling out in the slot, probably for one position. Excuse me. Then you go over to the Z side of the football field, which would be your wide receiver number 2. You got Bowden and Merritt are battling for that spot. And then we just brought back Preston Williams, so he's going to start battling with Foster, Hollins, and Devontae. Okay, now let's go to the defensive side of the ball. The defensive side of the ball is getting a little dicey. Okay, now the locks, obviously, the whole defense to me is locked up. That front 7 and the defensive backfield is locked. We all know who they are. We all know who our starters are. Phillips is a lock. All those guys are locks. But right now, start on that left side of the football field, which would be almost the pass rusher side. Tyshawn Render's coming on. He's in a heated battle with, I haven't seen a lot of Vince Beagle at all. Last game, I didn't see nothing. So he needs to come out and show number 47. And Render's number 96. Then you get over into the defensive line side of the battle. I think it's going to jump in between Strobridge and Ledbetter, and Ledbetter is playing his butt off. That dude is balling right now, and he's good. So Strobridge has got a battle on his hands. Strobridge has been playing pretty good too, though, and had some good snaps. Then you'll go to the linebackers, and Shaq Griffin you might as well put him down there in the pass rusher side with Beagle and Render. I would put Griffin ahead of Beagle right now. Then you got Phillips, obviously, ahead of all 3 of those guys. So they're in a heated battle. And then Roberts just was brought back off the pup. So they just brought him back, and Preston Williams. So then you go to the strong safety side. We all know Eric Rowe is going to man that down. But then you got a battle. Brandon Jones is just coming back off an injury. He's in a battle with Clayton Fendulum. Fendulum's coming off a really big game. Okay, then let's go to the corners. This is where it gets freaking real heated, Gets heated, right? On the boundary side, you got Terrell Bonds is in a heated battle with Igbo. But then to jump into the slot, man, the slot is heated. Not only is Justin Coleman and Nick Needham going back and forth at him, and I think Coleman wins, but then you got Trill Williams, Cravon LeBlanc, Javaris Davis. I mean, even Bonds can play down there in the slot too, and Igbo. So, and any which one of those can be kind of a gunner combination, but Perry makes the best gunner combination with Hollins. So those are locks. So those are your battles right there, okay? After you get out of your battles, we did have a little bit of news. I broke it on my Twitter. I don't know if you follow me on my Twitter, but if you do, or if, excuse me, if you do. If you don't, if you do, obviously you do. If you don't, you don't. But if you don't, then you can follow me at JPF Scout at Twitter. Okay, well, we picked up this, it's funny we picked up this guy. I got a friend named John Harvey, but he just doesn't have the Clemens in there. But that's who we picked up is John Harvey Clemens, who's a good run and chase guy, and also a guy that's good in short area coverage and good in zone short area and medium passing area, and he offers a little bit of blitz game to his package. A very good tackler, so he does break down at the point of contact and has really good tackle technique. All right, after that you could say they made it obviously they made the trade for Little if you watch my other video. Then they signed the Khalil McLean, which I think is just another cam body. This game is going to be important. This will be your dress rehearsal game right here. It's huge. It's big for guys that all those battle names we just went through, all the Trill Williams, Cravon LeBlancs, Javaris Davis, Vince Beagle, Tyshawn Render, Strobridge, Ledbetter, Bonds, Griffin, Brandon Jones, Flengulum, Greg Little, who was just signed, Neto, the International Pathways Project, Jermaine Uleminar, Adam Pankey, who played terrible last game. If he rebounds, maybe they think about it. Bowden, Merritt, Grant, Ford, Malcolm Perry, Preston Williams, Scarlett, Jordan Scarlett. Brendan Scarlett is pretty much a lock on that side, I would imagine. And then you got Jared Dokes, the running back. Okay, this dress rehearsal game is big for all those guys, right? Nick Needham and Bowden, I guess, recently were banged up in practice, but both, I think, are okay. Let's hope so, right? Please. Okay, now what to look for in the game. Starters are going to probably play into the third quarter. I would imagine that you'll see Tua go into the third quarter. I imagine you'll see all of those guys try to go into the third quarter to get some sort of rhythm to see what they look like together. And just shooting off my hip again here. I was thinking about it just this morning. I'm not at work, so that's why I'm doing this. But I was thinking Jackson, Kindly, Dieter, Hunt, and they're bringing Liam Eichenberg in at the right time to all grow together. You can even include Coleman into that if he can make the practice squad or the 53-man. But they all can have a chance to grow together. And obviously, I think Davis is going to start out at the right tackle first. But I just think we're not in as bad shape as we think. We just need to let this thing kind of play itself out. But we could use some veteran leadership on the offensive line. It's going to have to come from Jesse Davis. I wouldn't mind picking up somebody off of waivers either too. I mean, I like Matt Skura, but I would pick up that Ross Pierschbacher in a minute like that for him, or Darrell Williams from Kansas City like that, or James Ferentz from New England like that for Skura. Bam, you're gone. For Jermaine or Luminar, if Sherman became available from the Patriots, done. Driscoll, done. I would take both those guys over Luminar. So you could make moves like that if they wanted to. You know, I'm not sure what they're going to do there as far as waivers, but they've been doing damn good with those waivers lately. Look, Trill Williams, Mac Hollins, Ahmed, Pankey was a waiver claim too. That's 4 of them. I know there's more of them out there that were waiver claims. Oh, Javaris Davis, I think Tino Ellis was, Sinet, I think even Calvin Munson. Those are, I think, all the waiver claims I had. I probably missed one or messed one up in there. But my point is they could make one and get better somewhere. So don't count that out. In the game, I would definitely look for number 75, which is the newly acquired Greg Little. He'll be playing left tackle, I'm sure. And all eyes need to be focused, I think, if you're going to watch the line, on Austin Jackson and Kindly to start out. And then when they bring in Little, your eyes need to go over there right away, too. But I'm looking at Austin Jackson, Kylie, and I'm looking for Michael Dieter to finish strong. I'm looking for him to finish strong to the good camp that he's already had and preseason that he's already had. And that'll be your starting center. Then you can consider him a lock at that point if he finishes strong. But I would look to improve as they continue on after this game. Maybe make a waiver claim addition that they'd like. Like if that John Harvey Clemens goes out there and balls out and pushes somebody like, I don't even know who you'd say, Duke Riley or Brennan Scarlett out of their spot, which it's highly unlikely. But we'll see what happens. Other than that, like guys like Griffin and those guys, they could probably be locks if they put in another good performance. Like I said, I need to see more out of Vince Beagle. If not, I was just thinking about this the other day too. I could see Vince Beagle getting his job taken by Tyshawn Render. 96 could take 47's job. Also, Ledbetter could take Strobridge's job, and Strobridge would have to go to the practice squad, which at that point he risks being poached by somebody. So it's also thinking in my mind too last night, guys that could get cut, this guy right here, Carson Green. This guy gets cut somewhere along the line, you go get him. And this guy right here, Bryce Huff. Bryce Huff gets cut. I make room for Bryce Huff over, I'd take maybe Bryce Huff over Vince Beagle right now. So, and if the Texans get rid of Phillip Lindsay, I would take that right up underneath Gaskin, Ahmed, Lindsay, then throw Dokes and Brown in there. Now that's how I roll. These are big ifs, it's hypothetical. But thanks for tuning in today. Don't forget to subscribe and like to the channel. Follow me on my Twitter. I'm always dropping news on there. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Doses.